What's up, guys? Good morning. Happy Monday morning. What is it, Monday morning? No, afternoon for me. For most of you, morning for me. I got up not too long ago. Today, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about my bridle setup and why do I think it's best for combat. I'm 2-point bridle instead of 3-point. Now, I'm gonna get to a little bit of detail, not excluding 3-point contact on a bridle, not excluding that at all. Everything has its purpose. I'm gonna talk to you why that for combat, the way we combat, you get more movement. All right, guys. I have my little mini model here that I've made, very tiny guy, so I can further explain to you guys. A 2-point bridle, just a connection this way. A 3-point will be 2 to the top and 1 to the bottom. Okay. Now I said before that I think that for combat purposes, that 2-point bridle is the best thing for the combat. Why is that? Well, one, when we are pulling our kite, that bow right there that it has, opposed to being flat, sends the kite the opposite way where the wind wants to take it. Of course, all kites do. But if it's flat and just coming down, it's just gonna kind of back and forth with the wind and dive and hit the ground if you don't have the bow. If you have a slight bow in there, as you're coming down, she's gonna wanna go back the other way and turn back around and go the opposite way. Anytime you pull in on this, the thing about the 2-point bridles, you have this angle. Okay? It's like an example from a tricycle to a bicycle. Okay? You can turn better with a bicycle than a trike. A trike kind of leans, force goes the other way. When we have a 2-point bridle, okay, 2-point bridle, you get this movement. In combat, we need that. A lot of times when we're pulling the kite and we don't want it to be flat, you let go of that line, it flattens out and it surfs out the wind, goes back around, and then as it's making its full turn, you pull again and it straightens out. Any direction you pull, opposed to jerking it, she's gonna go. What I call jerking is this movement that you see us do on the line. That causes the hire to do this movement right here. Opposed to you waiting for the hire to make all these turns, we can actually make these turns sooner by pulling on it. Each time we pull on it, you're gonna notice that the kite does this. Now, this movement is very important in the combat. You don't want to sit with your kite up there just kind of lingering around the chance to get cut. You want to have these movements, okay? And you want to be able to have this movement. A 3-point, you're limited. You're not going to have side-to-side movement. And on a 2-point bridle, your kite is actually in this angle. With a 3-point, you need more of a upper angle. You want that wind to hit flat. And the adjustments decide if it's gonna pull, it's for pulling left or pulling right. Now, we're gonna go to the full size here that I have. This is, I believe, what, a 20-inch. And as you can see here, how I have it, where I would be standing when I'll be pulling this line. You see that? And this is where I set up my bridle. 4 fingers from the bottom on this end here, and you tie in the back. We're trying to cross the bow and the spine, like so. You want to come across either this way or this way to get your single point. Now, as I said before, with this allows your kite to do this movement. You're not limited by having a double or triple bridle where it's just kind of, it won't allow the kite to turn this way. So that's why, to me, I think it's better for combat. If you're just flying, put it on, you can still fight, have combat with a 3-point bridle. The thing is that with a 3-point bridle, you are mainly waiting for that kite to complete its turn to pull. Yes, it may be fast, but you're still waiting for the full turn. You're waiting for the kite to do this to pull that direction. And you keep waiting, pull that direction. So with this, by us jerking on it, however we pull on it, causes the kite to turn without having to wait for its own momentum to cause that rotation. And again, this movement from side to side is very important in the combat, because she'll fly as you pulling. She'll make the same. She'll have the same characteristics as a kite with the tail. You know, that same dance back and forth, which that's what you want. Anytime you combat, do not leave your kite standing still. You want to always have it ready, be ready. Even if he touches your line, but you juking it, the line is sawing back and forth, you have a greater chance of actually cutting them by juking back and forth. So there you have it, guys. I just wanted to talk to you guys about my bridle setup and why do I think it's best for combat. And this is it, man. I'm telling you, you need this movement. You need that movement in combat. Your kite will do so much more opposed to just having a 3 bridle and she's flat the whole constant time. Okay? Another thing that I like is that when she's constantly wanting to find that wind. She's constantly wanting to find that wind. So to me, I find that she's constantly that nose is always hunting. Is always hunting a little bit more than you having it flat. Okay? Flat, if I had a 3-point bridle, I would keep the kite a little more flat. I want that wind to hit it, and as soon as that wind hit it, you can actually hold the kite that she won't budge, and as you pull, that pressure will slide off and cause it to go a certain direction. But again, that's on a 3-point, and it's really not my style, like I said, because I'm limited to what I can do with my kite. Okay, guys? Very important. When you're setting up the higher, 3 fingers up, that's where you put the hole. Do not tie it all the way to the bottom. You're not going to get that dance that you want. By having that there, adds a little weight on the bottom of the tail, so as you pull, it throws that weight around. All right, guys? So this is not criticizing on 3-point bridle. I'm just saying that the 2-point is better for the competition because of 2 more moves that you can get, opposed to a 3-point where you were limited. You will not get that movement anymore. And that's all I wanted to share with you guys. Someone did ask me to post a video about how I did my bridle. So I'm going to go ahead and hook up the big one I got behind me so you guys see exactly how I get that done. All right. All right, guys, there you have it. This is the big one I made just yesterday. We're going to test it out later on today. So I'm going to make the bridle 2-point contact, or a 2-point bridle, however you want. Real simple. Locate. It's pretty much already in the middle. I set it up yesterday and I know exactly where I want my bridle to be. I can put a hole on that side there. Make sure that it's on that side, and then one on the lower side there. And as I said, 4 fingers up, being this is a bigger one, I'll go another finger this way, and then put my hole right there. That is where the bottom bridle is going to go, and this is where the top one's going to go. Bit of a hard time getting through, but that's done. So you guys just and do a quick knot. Now I'm gonna leave this little piece here because I'm gonna show you how we are able to adjust that bridle. It's not adjustable as a 3-point, but it is adjustable. So now we're gonna go right here to the bottom where we made the other hole. We're gonna tie this here up. And then where do we want this to be? Again, if you look it to the side, see I have a slight angle on it. So I don't want it flat. I want it pretty much about here. Okay, you kind of make it straight. We'll have a little angle here, and usually use about the 4 fingers here, and you can see it's a little 5 finger pretty much. You just get an idea pretty much of how you want. I like to have the nose rise up when I pull a little bit, and then the bottom comes up. Okay, so that's where I want my bridle right now. And you do a knot right here in the middle, and they're a little big so you guys can see. So, and that's the bridle. Still has the same characteristics. Now we're going to take it outside and see how she does. Ow. See that dance move right there? That's what a 2-point bridle does. It's all about that dance. That's why the 2-point bridle, guys. Causing me to turn. See that? Look at that. See? I don't have to wait. I can cause it to turn by jerking it, and I can find a wind just by doing that same thing. Same thing. And when I get inside, I'm gonna talk to you guys about this setup. Matter of fact, I can talk to you guys right now. So what I like to do is, if it's too low or too high, if you feel it's too low or too high, you want to tie this one here. You're gonna tie this here a couple, like 3 times, or you tie it at the top. Keep putting knots on it like 3 times. So I'm gonna do a little bit more here at the top. Boom, shorten it out. Boom. Keep putting knots to short tie a little bit. And she has more of a lean. Let's give it a go again. Let's see what she's got. See, she's turning a little bit more now because of that adjustment that I just made. Just for that little adjustment. See that? That side angle allows her to do what she needs to do. Look, see that angle there? That's what you want, guys. She allows her to do that. You pull more to whatever angle you decide. See that? And that is what we want from a 2-point bridle. That's exactly your example. What I'm saying is better for combat. You get those angles that you need a little bit better. I'm doing a little bit of exaggeration just so you can see pretty much what I'm talking about on it. And I'm sorry the wind is a little funny back here. It hits the house and it kind of dies out. I have to really get up above the wind, above the house there, just to get the constant wind there. There we go. See that? Yes, sir.
All right, I think that's it. We are good right here.